do is introduce your book. Okay, so we're going to start. Let me make this book a little bit bigger and see if I can make it full screen. For some reason, this one's not coming up like the other ones. Okay, so you're going to listen as I introduce the book to you, and we'll go through it together. And when we finish, you're going to read the book on your own. Okay, so this is a story about Meli, and you've probably seen some of the other stories about Meli. This one is called The Problem with Meli. We also have Meli at school and Meli at the vet. So you've probably seen Meli before. Today we're going to read a new Meli story. Remember, Meli is a real dog. She belongs to Ron. So this informational book tells how to solve the problem of a dog that barks too much. Okay, so would that be fiction or nonfiction? If it's real. Did you think nonfiction? Because that would be right. Okay, so let's look at page 2. You can see the page numbers as we scroll. Okay, so here's page 2. Okay, I don't like the way this one comes up. The other ones come up a little differently. So here on page 2, there's a picture of Meli. The sentence in the box has extra information. It explains that Meli is a West Highland Terrier. So that's the kind of dog she is, a West Highland Terrier. Then look on page 3. Okay, so on page 3, find the sentence that has a dash. A dash is like a little line. Do you see that? Down in the bottom, the last sentence. Sometimes a writer uses a dash to point out something important. So let me read this page and you listen to how I read it. Meli is a happy little dog. Her tail is always wagging. She's a good dog too, most of the time. So when you read that sentence about Meli, you know there's going to be a problem because I say most of the time. So we're going to look at page 4 next. Okay, so here on page 4, that's the one on the left-hand side. Hopefully you can see it okay. This isn't as good as I thought it would be. It's 6 o'clock and Ron is cooking dinner. Find 6 o'clock. See how that's written? 6 o'clock. Meli is barking. What might make Meli bark? Why do you think she would bark? You guys can turn on your microphones. Share with each other. What do you think would be a reason for her to bark? Let's look at page 10 and 11. And I know, Paula, you're not reading with everyone else. So just think, if you don't have someone to share it with, think in your own mind what might make her bark. Okay. On page 10 and 11, Meli barks every night at dinner time. Ron doesn't know why, so he calls Karen. She's the dog trainer. See that picture of Karen on page 11? The words in the box have extra information about her. Read it before or after you read the bottom part of the page. Okay, it's extra information, so it can be read at the beginning or read at the end. Karen thinks that Meli is bored. Say that word, bored. You've probably heard that before. Find it on page 11. It's not the dark one, it's kind of in the middle. Run your finger under that word, bored, and say it. Karen says to take Meli for a long walk before she starts barking. Do you hear that word, before? What do you hear at the beginning of before? What 2 letters? Okay, now see if you can find that on the page, before. Okay, you're pointing to it? Okay, now you're going to go to the second link and you're going to read the book on your own. Okay, hope you like it.